Hello everyone, it's Dr. Charlie Ware coming to you with another Facebook Live. We're going to discuss 3 things that can help you live happy, healthier, and also pain-free. Things you can do right now. Some quick updates. I did post that zinc link that I told you guys I was going to post as far as the research and things there. So hopefully a lot of you guys can understand and also read through that. If you have any questions, always feel free to post comments and also leave different things as well. I mean, not different things, but different responses inside of the comments. As well as we also sent some information about the lab testing and things of that sort that we were supposed to have put out to you, and we had guaranteed we will give you some things to help you understand while we do what we do and continue to do what we do here at Healing Blaze Global. And the other thing is I just wanted to say thank you guys again for the great posts, the great information that you actually supply to us on a daily basis. Like I said, most times we get some phenomenal questions every day. And a question about the lab test was the fact that a parent actually posted their child's lab results after taking a even flow and our products for about a month. Didn't see a huge improvement, but we did see some sort of improvement. But the child is also doing phenomenal. Thank you for doing that. All the great responses. We have some engaging conversations on a daily basis. So please keep coming on. The purpose of this whole situation is really to add value to your life. We're not here just to keep talking, and we have Tamiko in here. We have some other people in here occasionally. We're not only here just to talk to you and just to talk feloniously. We are here to actually add value to your life, to give you things that will change your life on a daily basis and help you live a happier, healthier, and pain-free life. And this is not only for sickle cell disease. This is really for anyone who wants to live a healthy life. So let's go ahead and jump into the reason why I want to talk to you today and give you 3 things you can do right now to help you live a happy and healthy life. If today you did these 3 things, you would have a lot easier way to go. They're very, very simple things, and they're all dietary things. The first is to reduce your intake of mucus-producing foods. Let me explain what a mucus-producing food is, and there are a lot of them, and there's some controversy here and there, but I'm going to stick with some basic things. 1, dairy products are a huge mucus-producing agent inside the body. We all know that milk does not really do a body good at all. We know that milk causes a lot of intestinal inflammation. It's hard to digest. And then if you're looking from a genetic standpoint, about 98% of individuals from African descent are going to have a lactose intolerance or a lactose allergy that's already there. Also, coupled with the way that they're producing the milk, the high pasteurization, things of that sort, is just ridiculous. So that's one way the body produces mucus, by having any sort of milk product. And I mean any milk product. It can be milk chocolate, it could be yogurt, it can be ice cream, it can be cheese, it can be whey. A lot of individuals who work out like they have whey protein, but whey protein is nothing more than a byproduct of some milk that's been scraped off the top after they actually make cheese or things of that sort, and they dry it out and they serve it to you as a protein, which it is a protein, but it is still a milk product. They do have non-dairy ones, but for the most part, it is. Corn, and mostly GMO corn, can actually add more mucus inside the gut because, again, mucus is also produced to help your body break things down. So having mucus is not a completely bad thing, but you don't want too much in your system. But in this case with corn, we overcorn everything. If you look at corn, there's cornstarch in things. There's corn powder in things. There's corn syrup inside things. I mean, almost everything that we have today has some form of corn inside of it because it was a very easy crop to grow, but we were over corn, so now your body has a harder time to break that corn husk and things of that sort down as well. Eggs. Eggs is another thing that helps to produce mucus in the body because, again, it's a whole protein that when you eat it, your body has to slowly break it down. It breaks itself down in the body very, very slowly. Yet, long story short, eggs aren't bad on a whole, But again, if you overdo eggs and eggs every day, but again, you gotta look at what we're eating. We're eating things for breakfast that have a lot of egg byproducts inside of it. Lunch, breakfast, and also dinner, and also our snacks a lot of times have different egg products. We have a lot of pastries and things of that sort, which consists of a lot of eggs. And now to jump, to the next thing is really the sugary types of foods that we have. The whole idea of eating a donut and coffee for breakfast is just crazy to me, and I don't even know how that even became very popular. But what has been created is the fact that we're over sugaring ourselves, and that's not even the fact that, oh, if you eat too much sugar you get diabetes. It's not even that. It's the fact that your body's not able to process all of that sugar, and what it does is, again, it spikes your blood sugar up, drops it back down, but all that spiking up and down, all the inflammation sits inside your gut, and you produce more mucus in order for you to even have that amount of sugar inside of your body as well. Again, deep fried foods, wheat products. We all know that this whole gluten craze, but it's not really the gluten that's causing a lot of the mucus. Is the actual wheat germ itself that's really causing the mucus as well. And then eating high amounts of red meat will also cause you to have a lot of mucus. Again, mucus is produced to help you to break down the foods. But again, if you're eating red meat, at lunch and dinner, sometimes even breakfast, or you're having it 4 or 5 times a week, you're looking at your body having to break down all of that red meat as well. And of course, the last one, is alcohol. The reason why alcohol, you produce more mucus because, again, you're dehydrating the body, and the body needs some sort of lubrication, and it produces, again, more mucus as well. Another one I'll throw in there that helps to produce mucus inside the body is really going to be a dehydrated state inside the body. When you dehydrate, you notice when you haven't drinking water, a lot of times your mouth gets that real sticky sensation inside there. The really like we call it the cotton ball mouth. That's just mucus just sitting there and giving your mouth some sort of lubrication so you won't dehydrate yourself inside out. So again, dehydration. Now, by cutting out a lot of these foods, and again, you can find this stuff on our website, healingblitzglobal.com, but I also did post this prevent piece of material on our Healing Blends Global Facebook page as well, to give you guys a good basis on how to really prevent a lot of this, a lot of cell crisis as well, a lot of inflammation inside the body that can also create pain. And mucus is a huge one that prevents your body from absorbing nutrients. That's one reason why you don't want to have a lot of mucus inside your body. And people will always refer back to Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi, there was one of his huge claims of fame was not having as much mucus in your body as you can. And all of these things didn't really come from Dr. Sebi, but again, these are just basic common sense things that we know that will prevent a lot of mucus inside the body. And again, some of the things that excess mucus would do is really correct the chronic inflammation inside the gut, joint pain, organ damage, kidney failure, and the most important, most people don't even realize, is the fact that you're not going to absorb a lot of your nutrients if you actually have too much mucus inside your gut, because that's where all your nutrients are really absorbed, is really inside your gut as well. Now, the second thing you can do right here, right now, today, to stop any pain and also inflammation inside your body is going to be reducing the amount of high fructose corn syrup inside your body. Corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup are the same thing, but produced a little bit different. High fructose corn syrup is put through this whole process of chemicals and heat transfer, to basically make the actual corn syrup or corn starch originally be as sweet as possible. So you use as little as possible to get the most sweetness out of something, and it's all completely artificial. It's all completely artificial, and it actually has been leading to so much pain and disease inside of our communities. Basically, is in everything. I mean, high fructose corn syrup, we found it in sodas, we found it in cakes, we found it in candies, of course, but then we found it in pasta sauces. We found it in packaged goods. A high percentage of packaged goods will have high fructose corn syrup. We found it in bread. We found it in breakfast cereal. We even found it in yogurt. Yogurt is supposed to be very, very healthy, but we found high fructose corn syrup inside of yogurt. We're looking at, like I said, candy, salad dressings, some of those juices, well, almost all those juices that we let some of our kids drink. you'll find high fructose corn syrup inside that stuff. And why is it so bad? Is because of the fact that when you actually have this high fructose corn syrup, it's been shown under a microscope at the molecule itself almost looks directly like a double-edged sword that's sort of cutting open the different blood vessels. It's very, very minute, but imagine having that stuff. Imagine what you fed your child this morning, or he had for lunch, or you might feed him for dinner since it's Friday night. You'll feed them something fun and exciting, and not knowing what these people are really putting inside of their food. The thing that my family and I did, we actually go around, or if we're at a restaurant, we would ask them, do you guys really use oil on your pasta, or do you actually use like a butter substitute or margarine? And found out even some of these expensive restaurants, even around where I'm from, was using a very, very cheap type of oil, or even using margarine. So sometimes years and years ago, before I started asking all these questions, about maybe 10 years ago, I'm thinking that I'm eating healthy, I'm doing all this stuff great, and come to find out I'm getting this beautiful plate of veggies, and it still has margarine inside of it. And margarine, again, is like a same way of producing high fructose corn syrup. Is very, very bad for the body, and also being linked to hypertension, linked to diabetes, linked to osteoporosis, and linked to some of these autoimmune diseases because of the fact that the rapid amount of how we actually are ingesting this stuff as well. So again, the high fructose corn syrup, I tell people, how do you prevent it? Either just by eating whole foods, not at Whole Foods, but eating whole foods, eating a banana, eating an apple, eating things like that, eating a good piece of lean meat or fish, and also veggies, and not trying to have too many packaged things. Or become a labor reader. You have to educate yourself. You have to educate yourself. And again, that's the reason why we're doing this. We're trying to add value to you guys' life so we can help you add value to your life and also your family's life as well. And again, if you have sickle cell, or you have arthritis, or you have diabetes, or you have hypertension, you're already in an inflamed, in a pain state that you gotta be more careful what you're putting inside your body. People always ask me all the time, doctor, why do you always look so healthy? I say, I gotta be healthy. It's not because of the fact that I'm trying to look good for my patients. It's really the fact that I do suffer from sickle cell trait, and I do want to make sure I am healthy. I know my heart at a young age was already slightly enlarged. I already knew my liver at a young age was already slightly enlarged. I had the scans, and everyone told me that I had these things going on. When I played semi-pro baseball and also fought mixed martial arts, they already gave me those scans. Yes, I did all that stuff. Sorry. But they gave me all those scans and told me that, yes, it's still there, but I don't have any physical signs of any issues because of the fact that when I did all those things, I was mostly vegan and definitely vegetarian, and only had at those times, I would only eat fish and carry my food with me, things of that sort. I had to be radical because I wanted to maintain my health and not be in pain. So that's what I'm trying to have that shift, is to add value to you guys' life, to make sure that, hey, look, it doesn't have to always be the fact that you're in pain. You have to want to not to be in pain. So we're trying to help you prevent this stuff. The last one, and in my opinion, is the most significant one, and the way you really got to educate yourself is really about the other food additives that we have in our foods these days. And again, most of this stuff is really in packaged foods. I would even go as far as like say that people, that love to eat seafood and love to eat, fish and definitely shrimp and shellfish is a lot. Be very careful, because if you don't read the package, a lot of times what they do is the way they preserve it and keep it fresh is they have the other additives to it to make it still look like a fresh shrimp. Just not about flash freezing, but they'll actually add different things to it, like EBT, phosphorus acid, things like that. These are things that, again, is for freshness in food, but they can lead to a lot of different things. A lot of these things will leach out your calcium, your magnesium, your B vitamins, your iron, your zinc, your copper, your chromium, things of that sort. So you gotta be careful of what you're putting inside of your bodies. Because this EDT, is in definitely the canned mushrooms, or some dried fruits, or again inside of the shrimp and the clams and the crab meat that you actually have on the shelves or inside the freezer as well. You got to be very, very careful of all these things that you're eating. And the reason why is because the fact that they're all legal, but again, eating these things all the time and long term, they're going to take away from your body as well. So again, read up on a lot of the trace minerals, a lot of the food additives that we have in our food these days. And again, I did post this entire list on the Healing Blend Sickle Cell Facebook group. And the reason why I did that is I want to add value to you guys' life. Once again, I keep saying that because that's the reason why we do all this stuff over and over again. You got to realize that just because of the fact that something is approved by a state, city, government, or whatever, it may not have the best interest for everyone. Say, for instance, I'll give you a very, very common, hello, Catch, how you doing, hon? I'll give you a very, very common additive to sodas and also to a lot of cakes and things of that sort. It's called sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate is actually an additive that they use because they want to either maintain the yeast balance inside there and also is a good preservative. Okay, so great. It's supposed to have no side effects or whatever, but doing the research years and years and years, and it's kind of disgusting, but they found that a lot of individuals who actually have high amounts of sodium benzoate inside their body, those are the ones that actually are more prone to have anal fissures, hemorrhoids, and also what they call leaky gut syndrome as well. Because the sodium benzoate has an enzyme inside it that actually break down a lot of mucus inside the gut, it actually start to affect the actual intestinal wall itself. So again, you gotta be very, very careful. And like I was saying just about the EDTA that's in a lot of the frozen foods and a lot of the canned foods that's not even listed on the actual ingredients. Again, you're looking at is leaching out a lot of your trace minerals that you need on a daily basis. We already know that 85% of individuals that have any sort of cardiac issues, I mean hypertension, I mean even if you're out of shape, 85% of you individuals are deficient in your magnesium. Now, how are you getting your magnesium on a daily basis? Are you taking it as a supplement? Are you eating the proper things? No, most of these individuals are still eating the same sugaring things, drinking the soda and things like that. So for further leaching out anything else inside your body. And where does the replacement of that magnesium come from? Inside your bones. Then you look at the cycle of now having osteoporosis or wearing at a cartilage inside of your joints. So a lot of our sickle cell patients that have the AVN, I always say, look at what your diet is. The AVN can be avoided by having a proper diet. I have plenty of patients, that, and I'm sorry if I throw a shout out to them, but the foster girls, excuse me, these are some young ladies that, I've been treating for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And they've gone through the gamut of, transfusions, things of that sort. I've seen these girls be from preteens now going through their teenage years. And to see their transformation, but also the commitment that their mom have done for them, meaning their mom had taken them and said, you know what, we can completely change our diet. We see that what I'm feeding you is causing more inflammation and causing more issues. Now, mind you, when I first saw the family, I saw him once, and then I saw him like maybe 18 months later. It wasn't even a year. It was like 18 months later I saw him. And I was like, whoa, okay, they came one time. They didn't want to listen. Okay, great. They came back in my office, completely different family. None of them had gone back to the hospital. None of them had major issues. And one, the oldest actually had a stroke and things of that sort before. So she would have some treatments and things of that sort. But the rest of them completely and utterly healthy because they changed their diet and believed in what I was giving them and not putting inflammation in their body on a daily basis. So yes, fruits and veggies and having low or to no amounts of protein in their system was something that worked for them. But again, eating all these sugary snacks is what created a lot of this. Drinking a lot of these sodas, drinking a lot of these juices and things of that sort. And these sulfites, these synthetic sulfites that a lot of individuals are ingesting. Sulfites are basically sulfur oxides or sulfur molecules that are designed to basically create inflammation in nature. So essentially, if you're ingesting this stuff and people are using this as a preservative, it's going to create a lot of issues inside your body. Case in point, most individuals who love wine, love red wine. It's not just the histamines that's naturally inside of the red grapes. It's the fact that a lot of these companies use different sulfites to make the grapes ripen a lot faster. So those sulfites are a huge allergen to a lot of individuals. I know some people who, if they have one sip of a sulfite, they were passed out or almost going to anaphylactic shock. But imagine every time you have some red wine, you're sitting down, and the next day you wake up, you feel extra groggy, not because you have a hangover, but your hands are swollen. Your mouth is more pasty and things of that sort because you now dehydrate your body. And now all your B vitamins are gone out your system, but those sulfites are now sitting inside of your joints. So if you now are fighting AVN, or you're fighting arthritis, or you have diabetes, and you have diabetic neuropathy, and you're still drinking the wine, or even drinking or eating some of the things that have some of these sulfites inside of them, you're going to add more inflammation to your body. So again, you guys got to be very, very careful. And that's why, again, I say I posted this information out on our site so you guys will just have a basis of it and just make it as a conversation piece. And then if you want to go a little bit further, we do have other dietary things. On our website, we have some phenomenal recipes. You can make them vegetarian, you can also make them vegan, but most of them are actually meat recipes that you guys can actually do. And they're very, very healthy, and it's very, very good for you. But I want you guys to go on our site. It's the closed group to the Healing Blends Global for sickle cell group. But I put it up there, and I try to put it in other groups as well. So it'll just be a point of reference for most of you guys. And yes, it is going to be like mind changing. Some people say it's actually hard. But nowadays, I tell people there are so many different milk substitutes out there. The coconut milk, phenomenal. You got the almond milk, of course, and you also have the hemp milk. You have the cashew butter milk. You can make a lot of this stuff yourself at home. It's not even that expensive, and you can also cook with it. And then you have the different yogurts out there. And the thing that I tell a lot of my patients, if you still love yogurt, don't have dairy yogurt, have goat yogurt. Goat yogurt actually has a bigger globule that's not going to allow itself to be stuck to a lot of these allergenic points or cause histamine to release inside your body. And actually, historically, more people in history drink more goat milk than actually cow's milk, things of that sort. So we find that the goat milk actually helps repair the mucus issues inside of the body as well. And definitely if it's raw, if you can get raw, great on you. And again, the high fructose corn syrup thing, just to wrap up a little bit here, is something that all you're gonna do is either read the package or just don't have packaged goods yourself. And again, I'm throwing another shout out to the Forest sister. Now she's a baker. She makes her own stuff. She actually also sells it. There's a lot of places that make their stuff. A lot of families that make it a Friday or Saturday or Sunday night event where they make all their snacks for the week and make it a family event. That's a way for you guys to get closer. And the ingredients are even that much more. I try to test with my own family. I said my wife, loves to bake. I love to cook. She loves to bake. So we started to make our own stuff. And what started to happen was our grocery bill started to go down more. So versus buying even the organic and healthy cookies that were like $4, $5, $6, $7 a box for about 24, we're going to use that same amount of money, maybe a little bit more, and make like dozens of them for ourselves and for I bring them here for patients' occasion and things of that sort. So long story short, it can be something that's fun. It can bring your family together. And the last one about the additives, that's back to reading and educating yourself. The thing that I love as a healthcare professional is when I have patients to bring questions to me versus sitting down and say, okay, what are you going to do for me, right? So I like to work with patients, and the reason why we put this information out to you guys is to start working with you guys to make you healthier. That's our only goal. Our only goal is to make sure that you're healthier today and healthier tomorrow and healthier 20 years from now. And then when you look back, you see the growth you've done and you work together with someone to actually do that. It's not about what I'm going to give you and just walk away from you. We're here to help you. That's why we create these groups, and we come online so often now and things like that. So again, we just want to keep adding value to you guys. And again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave the comments. I love the hearts. I love the thumbs up. I love the smiley faces. I love all you guys. And again, if you guys have any questions, please, please, please leave us the comments. And as you see, we answer most of them. Some of the ones that we can't answer, we try to take you guys offline and answer because sometimes it can be a little too personal, a little too medical. And technically, we really don't want to answer too medical of questions unless we go offline as well. But it's another conversation. I want you guys to have a happy, safe weekend. God bless, and I'm gonna throw a little prayer out there for all the victims in Parkland. You know, it's like 15 minutes away from my office. So yes, we definitely feel the effects from it here. Have some patients that teach their family and friends, things of that sort. So our prayers definitely go out to all those individuals. So again, have a safe one, guys. Keep God in your life, and love you all. Talk to you soon.